You know, when I was 13 years old, my best friend, Chuck, I shouldn't say his last name on the air. He's not a public figure. Anyhow, Chuck's dad was a magician, a professional magician. He was a member of Ring 54 of the Lansing Guild of Magicians, as I recall. And he had all these, he actually built illusions, you know, sawing a lady in half kind of things in his basement. And he made a living doing magic shows. And Chuck and I got real into this, and I learned a whole bunch of magic tricks from Chuck's dad and from other magicians that I got to know in Lansing. And when I was 13 and 14, you know, in those couple of years, Chuck was also a ham radio operator. He got me into ham radio, and I got my ham radio license when I was 13, too. Chuck, actually, looking back on it, was a big influence on my life. Great guy. But in any case, the big takeaway that I got from learning magic and actually becoming a member of the Magicians Guild, a junior member, you know, but a member. And I mean, Chuck and I actually did magic shows for people. You know, we got paid to do magic shows. The big carryaway that I got was, if your left hand is, you know, flipping the lever that's going to make the rabbit available, or, you know, palming the silk, or whatever it may be. If your left hand is doing that and you don't want people noticing it, do something with your right hand that really draws their attention. So everybody's looking at your right hand. You know, if your left hand is covering up the gap in the linking ring, make sure your right hand is waving around the other ring. Whatever it may be. Draw the attention of the audience to the thing you want them to look at, so they don't look at the thing you don't want them to look at. That's what the Republican Party is doing today. And their version of the left hand that I just described to you is Candy Crowley. What they're all saying, and there's just this absolute general hysteria. It started in the spin room last night with John Sununu going, within minutes of the debate being over, going after Candy Crowley. And it's all Candy Crowley all day long. I guarantee you could tune the dial, any right-wing talk radio right now, you will hear Candy Crowley, Candy Crowley, Candy Crowley, Candy Crowley, Candy, how do you say it? Candy, quack, 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 quack. Why? Because they don't want to talk about the fact that Mitt Romney, beat his own record. In the last debate, 27 lies. In a debate, last night it was 31 lies. He beat his own record. They don't want you to know about the poor performance that Mitt Romney put in. They don't want you to know about how stiff and robotic and frankly intimidating he looked so often. They don't want any of that stuff discussed. They don't want his comparisons with George W. Bush discussed. They don't want the fact that he has, you know, said that he wants to dial back Pell Grants, and that his running mate actually, you know, has put together a budget that all but destroys Pell Grants, when he says, oh, yeah, we want to increase Pell Grants. Really? That was news to the rest of us. They don't want to talk about the actual lies that Mitt Romney told, so they're going to talk about Candy Crowley. Mark my words. This is going to be the entire Foxosphere all day long. You know, on Fox So-Called News today, tonight, the Center for American Progress put together this, 31 myths told in 41 minutes. It's incredible. The 5-point plan. President Obama says, you got a 5-point plan? Really? You got that clip, right? Here we go. Listen to this.
Governor Romney says he's got a 5-point plan. Governor Romney doesn't have a 5-point plan. He has a 1-point plan. And that plan is to make sure that folks at the top play by a different set of rules. That's been his philosophy in the private sector. That's been his philosophy as governor. That's been his philosophy as a presidential candidate. You can make a lot of money and pay lower tax rates than somebody who makes a lot less. You can ship jobs overseas and get tax breaks for it. You can invest in a company, bankrupt it, lay off the workers, strip away their pensions, and you still make money. That's exactly the philosophy that we've seen in place for the last decade. That's what's been squeezing middle-class families. And we have fought back for 4 years to get out of that mess. The last thing we need to do is to go back to the very same policies that got us there.
There you go. So, the president taking names and kicking butt. Romney, hysterical. Oil production is down 14% on federal land. All right. He was over and over and over again. Here's the discussion. Clip number 14.
profit.
On government land is down. Production on government land of oil is down 14%. And production on gas is down 9%.
It's just not true.
It's absolutely true.
Well, actually, that 14% is just a one-year number. In fact, this over at Common Dreams, they did The Nation, George Zornick did a really good analysis of this. And here it is. It's true, he writes, that drilling on public lands dropped 14% in 2011. But in 2010, the year before, it had gone up 15%. So that's a net increase of 1% over a 2-year period. And overall, oil production on federal lands is up under Obama. So what Romney is doing is he's taking 1 year out of 4 years of the Obama administration when it went down, 2011. Was 2011 the year the blowout happened, the Mercando well down in the Gulf? It was 2 years ago. Yeah, it would have been 2010 then. Yeah, okay. So in any case, I'm not sure why it went down, but it went up in 2000. It went up 15% in 2010, went down to 14% in 2011. It's net up right now. Not that it matters. I mean, it's this drilling that is killing us. That's the one thing that I was very disappointed about last night, was that nobody talked about global warming. I mean, President Obama acknowledged it in his first debate. Remember, he said it's not a myth. It is. But last night it got short shrift. It was, who can be the more, king of clean coal, drill person. I understand the politics of it, but it should be. I mean, this is a big issue. I mean, this is literally an issue that could mean, if not the extinction of the human race, it could be throwing us back to the Stone Age within a few generations, with massive human suffering in between because of this addiction to fossil fuels. But anyhow, we'll continue. We've just done 2 of the 31 lies here. We'll continue with that, and we're going to take your calls on your thoughts on the debate.